Hi everyone, it's Mama Maiz. I just wanted to touch base with you all here on YouTube. It's been about 6 months that I did my last video. I'm just hanging out in the garden and I just felt like it, so I did it. And here I am, again, trying to keep my intention strong here this time around. So I want to give you a quick intro and then let you know what it is that I want to offer through this YouTube channel. I am an herbalist and a curandera. I have been trained both by traditional elders and Western medicine herbal teachers as well. So I have that experience. And it's a little bit of a representation of me, right? I'm a Chicana raised here in the States, come from ancestors, parents migrated from Mexico. So I understand both cultures, but I'm extremely connected to the ancestral ways, and that is what I focus on and what I teach. A little bit about myself, keep my story short, is that medicine has always been a part of our lives as children and in our home. Herbs and trees were grown for medicine and for food. And then years later, as a young adult, I fell into a very dark place. And through this dark place is where I encountered my first curandera on my own journey. I have had, healers present in my life. I was always getting massaged as a young child and always being taken care of in a very holistic way. But as an adult, I came to realize through this darkness that there was much sacred medicine out there that could assist me from coming out of this darkness. I am a survivor of sexual abuse, partner abuse, addiction. So within that darkness, I lost all complete value of myself, my spirit, and my body. And reconnecting to ancestral ways is what saved me. So this is where I am and where I stand and why it is that I am so passionate about sharing this information to those that are willing to listen. So thank you if you feel called to subscribe to this channel. Please know that I will be sharing information on herbal medicine, medicine making, traditional ways of healing, and whatnot. I also focus on historical trauma and what it is that it can do to our spirits and to our bodies, and how it is that historical trauma is passed down from generation to generation. And we'll be talking about that a little bit more. I am located in the Long Beach area. I grew up in Southeast LA, and I also really want to share some information about harvesting in local areas and how it is so important to just not do that right now, but that's a later conversation, and we're going to go about that in details. There's also been guidelines presented to me and protocols through this ancestral knowledge that has been shared. So please know I want to be as transparent as possible and let you know that I am going to be sharing information that I have been given permission to, but with respect of my elders and ancestral ways, I am limited to what it is that I can share through YouTube. If you're interested, connect with me personally and we can go from there. It's also very important to know that if someone is just out there feeding information in sources like this, like YouTube and whatnot, that you have to be a little careful about what it is that their intention is. I make my living off of this. I am so grateful that this is the work that my ancestors have put in front of me, and that I heard my call, and that here I am now. If you feel the same way, listen, find ways that you can connect with elders. And again, we're going to talk about all of this in detail. But this is what I have been put here to do. So it is important that there's an exchange between this community. I want to build a community here on YouTube, but it's also very important to know that if you want anyone out there to continue to share information, it's important to invest in them. Invest your time, monetary exchange for their energy and their work, right? This is a lot of work that we have taken upon ourselves. So be respectful of that. and know that you are walking in the footsteps of your ancestors by practicing this medicine and listening to this medicine and learning this medicine. So honor yourself for that. A couple of other things that I would just like to share is that I know that I do not know it all, and that's what keeps me humble, and I love to keep that in the forefront of my thoughts and my mind, to be aware that you do not know it all, and that you still have tons to learn from those around you and your elders and the little ones. Keeps you humble. So that's one practice that I like to make sure to share, so that those around me can pick that up as well, so that we can just be humble, share this information with our community, empower our communities, so that we can take our health and our spiritual lives back into our own hands. So I will be holding workshops out of my home, classes, gatherings. I do a plant a week. I try to do every other week of the month, and I will be sharing those classes here. So I will be sharing some videos that focus on one plant, and it's very important. I've been taught to sit with one plant, learn from one plant, and then when you feel that you've gathered your information, which could take years, you can move on to the next. But here I'm going to be giving you a taste of plants, short videos on how it is that you can use them, medicine making skills, and how also they've been traditionally used from, my ancestors and my family and whatnot. So I'm very excited to share that. You'll also be hopefully getting some interviews. I want to interview some folks on this YouTube channel so that we can build a community, grow together, and empower one another. So keep that in mind. It's going to be really exciting. So subscribe, stay tuned, and thank you. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for listening to my words. And you can find me on Instagram, mama_Maiz. You can also find me on Facebook and Snapchat. I just opened up my Snapchat, so I'll be getting to that. But stay connected, and I hope that you are all empowered by this video. Know that we are here to make our ancestors proud, and I welcome you to this YouTube channel, so thank you.